Hi there! In this episode, we're going to look at the design of a master bedroom. The master bedroom is all about sparkle and romance, a great place to wind down at night, and the first place we wake up to start our day. Today, we're going to tour a master bedroom from a project of mine in Los Angeles. The tactile experience is really important in the bedroom. There can be a ton of textiles in this space. The rug, the drapery, the bedding, pillows, and maybe even wall covering. Make sure to layer different textures for a well-designed, cozy feel. You can even splurge on wallpaper in the bedroom for that extra layer of style. I've included a download of the color and material palette we used in this master bedroom for free on the link below the video. Just put in your email and download the file. This master bedroom got a complete overhaul. It was very generic and just drywall and flooring and a bed when we came in, and completely reimagined it. I always like to start with the big ideas first, and the bed wall is obviously the most important wall in any bedroom to really come up with your fun, creative ideas and then design the rest of the room around that. So one of the main elements that you will notice in this space is this incredible custom wood paneling that we did. We found a really cool inspiration shot that the client loved and then reimagined that here in this bedroom. We wanted to soften it a little bit, so we did a tufted headboard that runs wall to wall and then this really cool wood paneling above. Everything else in this space is pretty neutral, but it's also very layered. There's a lot of texture and shades of kind of a taupey gray, some with a little bit of blue that you see in this Moroccan vintage rug, and the cream linen drapery I think really sets it off. This room really lacked architecture. It was just a simple box. So we wanted to layer in more architectural interest and did so with a dropped cloud in the ceiling. So basically we just framed out a box, lowered it, and had them drywall around that, and then we did rope lighting around that and hung a pendant from the center. So the room really glows beautifully at night, and it adds a little bit of depth and interest when you enter into the space versus just a flat ceiling. So whenever you're doing a neutral space, you really want to play up contrast. And you can see we've done that here with the black windows, the black bedding, the dark nightstands, so that although it still feels generally pretty soft, it does have a nice masculine edge to it as well. You'll notice with this bedroom, we really layered a lot of texture and interest on the bed wall. Not only do we have that beautiful wood paneling and that textured bolster look on the back wall, but then we have a gorgeous curved headboard in front of it. I wanted to bring a lot of interest into this space and make it feel very custom and interesting. So adding an upholstered piece behind your bed is actually really easy to do. Almost any local upholsterer or often seamstress can come in and make a really simple upholstered wall panel and attach it. So you can get a lot of bang for your buck with using that trick behind a bed. Every piece that we brought in, we pretty much played with that contrast. So the custom desk chair from my collection, both bringing in that light and dark tone together. We continued that feeling in with the lamp even, steel base, linen shade. The bedside tables are from my furniture collection as well, and we did those in a black oak with a ceruse finish, so you get a lot of nice texture and depth into the grain. Most of the bedding is from Restoration Hardware. I really love their linen bedding collection, but I always mix in something custom and something more found and unique than buying a complete set of bedding. So I got the shams that look like a hotel collection set, which I always love, a little pinstriping, and then the black linen. But then I layered in a really beautiful vintage ikat pillow and some custom shams in more of a heavy textured fabric to play that up. And I think just those little two touches really take what can be kind of ordinary bedding and turn it into something really extraordinary. When it comes to accessories, I stuck with my 3-color palette, so you'll notice all the accessories in this space are shades of cream, natural stone colors, and the books are in that taupe gray and white. So everything that you bring into this space should be really thoughtful and continue to tell the story that you're trying to tell. This custom mirror I designed has 3 colors of mirror. I think whenever you come into a space, the first thing you see should be dramatic and eye-catching, and then as you turn and notice the bed wall, it kind of continues and leads your eye around the room. I think mirrors in a bedroom are perfect. They add a little sparkle, they add a little glamour, and they're obviously very functional as well when you're getting ready. When it comes to wallpaper in a bedroom, I think the more the merrier, but I really do like to keep it simple and textured so that if your personality or taste change, you don't have to re-wallpaper the bedroom. You could easily change out the bedding, you could even change out the drapery, and the room would come alive and completely elevate itself. But you don't have to go through the expense and the frustration of taking down a really busy, crazy wallpaper. So if you love pattern, do it in those smaller touches that are easier to change out. For bedside table lamps, I always like to go with something higher. Unless you're doing a really modern, very sleek, low profile room, a tall, dramatic bedside table lamp I think is a really good statement to make. These are done with natural stones, so you get a little bit of that handmade element coming in, which is always really nice. For lamps, I generally tend to shy away from anything that's too glamorous or shiny, and I think choosing natural materials or lamps that look more handmade always has a nice effect regardless of the room. When it comes to layering window treatments in a bedroom, I think texture is key. You'll notice here we did a really beautiful matchstick shade from Hartman and Forbes. I love these. They're this beautiful painted thin little wood. And then we layered a really lovely hand-washed linen on top of it so that you get that kind of beachy, casual, relaxed texture. I personally think window coverings should not be fussy. Even in a very formal space, I think it's incredibly chic to have a much more casual looking fabric or installation method for your window coverings and let other things be more fussy or glamorous. In a bedroom, the rug is really important, and most people go for a very small rug. You want to do the opposite. The bigger the rug, the better the room is going to feel. Your eye is naturally drawn to the space that it outlines. So if you use a small rug, it makes the bedroom feel smaller. And particularly in a bedroom where you have two bedside tables, the rug should go the length of both tables. So I'd much rather see it be shallower in the room, but the width of the bedside tables, because again, that main wall with your bed and your bedside tables is the hero of the space. And as soon as the rug is cutting the bedside tables in half, it looks off. It makes the room feel wonky and it makes it look like, frankly, you just didn't measure properly. So always go for the widest rug you possibly can. Even if you have to layer two of them to get that effect, it really makes a statement. Master bathrooms should always be dramatic. I like to opt for the best, most impactful look you can possibly get while staying timeless and sophisticated. So although those might sound like a little bit of a contradiction, I think it can be easily achieved with the materials that you use. For this bathroom, we chose a really beautiful stone slab and wrapped that on two walls around the space. Of course, that master shower wall bleeding into the vanity needed to be really amazing. We did a huge master shower here and carried that stone around both of the walls so that when you walk in, you really feel the impact of it. But then I changed and did a much lighter, more subtle quartzite on the countertop so that it wasn't feeling like kind of 70s matchy-matchy. We did a beautiful freestanding tub to contrast against that stone and a long custom vanity. I think a mistake that I see in most master bathrooms is they do very small vanities. So you really want to max out the counter space you can get. I'd much rather see just one sink and much more counter space than a double sink and no place to put anything. I mean, the odds of somebody being there at the exact time you both need to be using the faucet is pretty low. So having smaller sinks can also be a way to just achieve more counter space. I always laugh when I walk into bathrooms and they have these massive sinks. Like, who needs that? What are you doing in that sink? It's pretty easy to get by with a very small bathroom sink, but it's not easy to get by with no counter space. So always opt for more counter space in any bathroom design, please. And if you're doing a freestanding tub, you really need to think about where you're gonna put stuff, because although they're beautiful and sculptural, where do you put the candles? Where do you put your towels? Where do you reach your bath salts or anything decorative and beautiful or functional? So for this bathroom, we went with a really cool carved African drum stool. I like to layer in those very ethnic, handmade feeling pieces in a very sleek, modern space so that it doesn't feel like it's just one trick. It's really nice to have that layer come in and give it a little bit of sense of casual elegance. We've also brought in additional little baskets, rolled towels in those so that you can easily access your towels from the tub, and it looks beautiful. It gives you that hotel feeling. So always opt to really max out your accessories in a master bath, because it's very easy to have it be kind of ordinary and just hang some towels on the wall. But why not roll them in a really cool basket? It just adds so much more fun and personality to a space. This bathroom has a big window, and for privacy, you of course want to have a shade on it, but I like to go for a top-down, bottom-up shade in any bathroom, pretty much almost anywhere. Anyway, because the beauty of a top-down, bottom-up is that you can lower it and so you see out on top, but you still retain privacy where you need it. And so you don't have to block off all the view and all the light in a bathroom just to have privacy. So if you're looking to do your window coverings in your bathroom space, or often in a hallway, I see people have shades down and maybe they have beautiful treetops and sky they could be appreciating, but they want to block and have some privacy. So top-down, bottom-up shades are a great way to achieve both. With this master bath, we went with a polished nickel finish on all of the fixtures. I think nickel is such a beautiful tone, much better than chrome, which can get very cold and very blue. Nickel is a much warmer metal, and so particularly when you're layering it with light taupe stones or soft shades in the bathroom materials that you've chosen, nickel is a really pretty way to get a little bit of extra sparkle. Another pet peeve of mine in bathrooms is toilet rooms with no windows and no light. Like, when do you ever want to have to turn the lights on during the day? I never do. I love natural light. It makes such a difference. And this toilet room was completely enclosed. So what we did is we ripped out that wall and put in a frosted glass wall. So not only is the door glass, the entire wall is glass. It adds a really cool design element to the bathroom, but it's super functional because you never have to worry about turning on the light during the day. Anytime you can get light into a small space with a skylight or just a better choice of doors and materials, it's really a good way to go. This bathroom had an existing kind of little additional shelving space, but they hadn't styled it out very well. So whenever I have bookshelves or an additional linen cabinet in a bathroom, I really like to have it coordinate and look more finished, like the custom vanity. If you're going to build a custom home or you're just renovating your own space and you want it to feel truly custom, it's those little touches that really make a difference. So you'll notice we put the same stone in as you find on the bathroom vanity. Same hardware as well, and then styled out those shelves so that it feels more like a hotel than just a functional workspace. Big mirrors are always a great way to go in a bathroom too. I always opt for height. It adds drama anytime you can, especially with this beautiful slab stone going all the way up floor to ceiling. You want to have some very tall, dramatic mirrors. I'd much rather see a skinny but very tall mirror in a bathroom than a short, wide one. So always opt for height in anything you do in the bathroom or in the kitchen. Bigger the better, with drapery, with tile, with your mirrors, with your windows. That really makes a big statement in the space. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the tour of this master bedroom in Los Angeles. If you enjoyed, please like the video below and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to click the bell to be notified when a new video comes out, as well as leave a comment or question. Check out some of my other episodes and tutorials here as well. You can learn about how to design or build a wonderful home. If you want to check out my complete kitchen design and bathroom design and interior renovation courses, visit my website. You can follow me on Instagram at Erinn V Style.